Locally Louisiana, we love highlighting local businesses, and one company in particular is making headlines on a national level. Vascutin is an all-natural supplement that helps promote vascular health, and it's based right here in Franklin, Louisiana. Recently, Vascutin made an appearance on YourView's Main Street Living, and in case you missed any of that conversation, we have it here for you now.
We're going to look into an issue that hampers millions of Americans.
Yeah, vascular health is paramount to overall health. And for those struggling, an all natural supplement may be just what they need, Q. The supplement is called Vascutin.
Wow, and joining us right now is Gerard Fournet, who discovered this formula in 1952,
Yeah,
Cheryl.
so Gerard, how did you come about discovering the formula for Vascutin?
In the year 1947, I got in a bad accident that affected my left leg, caused all the veins in my left leg to protrude, and of course they hurt. So I had to live with that all through high school and college. And after college was about over, we had to do a paper, senior paper. And when I saw one of the topics was varicose veins, well, naturally, I jumped on that. And look, I got to pat myself on the back. I did a lot of research, did a great work, got a big A plus, and I came up with a beautiful formula. After I graduated, the Korean War was on, went to the Army, and finally I had to go to work. After standing up for 2 weeks, my legs hurt so much I could hardly stand it. I couldn't wait to get home and put my feet up. And then I said, wow, what about that formula that you discovered at the university? So I went home and dug it out. I still kept it, fortunately. Dug out the formula, had it made, started taking it. And in 16 days, not only did all the veins in my left leg go back in, but the pain went away, even to this day. That's how it got started. And one lady came in, about a week after I took my pills, and she was complaining that the doctor told her she had to wear these heavy stockings and put her feet up for 2 or 3 hours a day for the rest of her life. And she said, Jerry, I can't do that. I've got 4 kids. I just can't do it. I said, Mary Morgan, would you like to try something? She said, sure. I gave her a bottle of Vascutin, and 18 days later, she came back with a big smile on her face. Her legs were perfectly all right, no pain, and the veins went back in. About 2 months later, a man from Opelousas called me, said that he wanted a bottle of Vascutin, so I sent it to him. Well, he called me back about 2 weeks later, and he said, Mr. Fournet, you don't know me, but I'm a non-compliant diabetic. I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall, I weigh 189 pounds, and I have an ulcer on my leg clean to the bone. The doctors gave me every prescription they could think of, put me in the hospital for 10 days with bariatric treatment. Nothing worked, and they said they'd have to amputate my leg. He said, I have to tell you, I took a bottle of Vascutin. The doctors looked at it in disbelief and said, we don't have to amputate. The ulcer is actually healing. That really made my day. And that's really how Vascutin got started.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting, right? You started taking it yourself after you began your career, and then it worked. Did you realize the impact that it could have on overall vascular health?
No, actually I didn't, because at that time I was just looking at varicose veins in a very narrow market. But after my wife went to nursing school, she pointed out to me how much Vascutin can really affect the vascular system. And with that knowledge, then we really started to promote Vascutin. A lady from Houston, Texas, Miss Connie Winkler, was diagnosed with panlobular emphysema. She went to a doctor in Houston. He had about 5 or 6 other students with patients with the same indications, panlobular emphysema. He told her to go home, get her affairs in order. She had about a year to live, get on oxygen and stay in the house. Well, she heard about Vascutin. She called me, asked for a bottle, for 3 bottles, which I sent to her. She lived 16 years after this doctor's visit, and all the other patients in her class with spondyloarterial emphysema died. And that really gave me the motive. Well, she's the one that said, this is too good to keep in Franklin. You got to get this out to the world. And with that, we started to really promote Vascutin.
So once you realized that you could take Vascutin out into the world, how important was it to promote that it is made of all natural ingredients?
Well, that was a big, big blessing, because not only did we realize that you can take Vascutin with almost any and all prescription drugs, but being natural, it had no side effects, and people were a lot more open to taking it because of that fact. So you can take Vascutin on a full stomach or an empty stomach, and I don't care how many prescriptions you're taking, 10, 12, 50, 100, you can take Vascutin without any problems. And that is a big plus, because that is the first question that 90% of the people who are on Vascutin ask: can I take Vascutin with my prescriptions? And the answer is yes, you can. It will not interfere at all with the prescription drugs.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Now, lastly, how rewarding has it been over the years to see countless friends of yours or even strangers benefit from the product that you created?
Well, sir, that's one of the things that bring me a lot of joy. That these people taking Vascutin are sending in letters thanking me for helping them, thanking me for curing whatever they had. I walk downtown in the supermarkets, church, grocery stores, and I always meet people who thank me for producing Vascutin and taking it. Now, in all the years, the many, many years that we have been selling Vascutin, I have not yet had my first complaint. The most important thing is not money, it's not the medicine, it's people. There's nothing more important than people. I put that first, the good Lord takes care of the rest.